offer a program that would help seniors and people with disabilities use active transportation. Cycling Without Age started in Denmark, but now is offered in 52 countries across the world. The goal is to give people access to specialized bikes called trishaws that have a carriage on the front big enough for two people to sit in. Other models allow someone in a wheelchair to go for a spin. In just a second, we're going to hear how Ken Trenholm from Safe Summerside is trying to fundraise for a pilot project. But first, John Smallwood is the Executive Director of Community Connections in Summerside, one of the groups that Cycling Without Age plans to partner with. Here he is speaking with Island Morning's Victoria Walton.
Our location here on Water Street isn't far from the current bike path that is in Summerside that goes down to the beautiful boardwalk we have along the waterfront here. So kind of made sense for us to kind of join up and explore the option, because to me it's more than just age, it's inclusion for everybody, right? So that's the importance to us.
What did you first think when you heard about this, about the accessible bicycles, wheelchair friendly and everything?
My biggest thing was just opportunity for inclusions for adults that may not normally have the chance to experience a bike ride or to go for a bike ride, and not just adults, children as well. That inclusion within the community and within the area would be just, to me, amazing.
For people who maybe don't know, tell me a little bit about the groups that you guys work with, about who your clients are who might benefit from this or use this.
We operate a day program and residential programming for families within the Summerside and East Prince area for adults with intellectual disabilities and disabilities. So the opportunity for them to come into our programs and be part of the community is the big thing we do, whether it's with job placements or just taking part in community resources that are out there, basically to empower them to become members of the community like everybody else.
Mm-hmm. So this cycling, what do you think that this could do for some of your clients? Would they be interested, excited about it?
Oh, definitely. Some would just be thrilled to the fact that they could go for a bike ride, which is something they've never got to do or weren't able to do, to feel the wind in their face and go along a bike path and do something that is out of the ordinary for them would be absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So what do you envision it looking like for people from Community Connections? Like, what does a bike ride look like from there? Where would you go?
Well, the bike ride from here, because we're so close to the boardwalk, is if the path came up behind our building here, which isn't, it might be a few hundred meters down to the current bike path. So if the path was extended up to us, they have access to a bike path that goes right over to the main sports venue here in Summerside, which is the Credit Union Place. Also to the boardwalk that has, I believe, about 7 kilometers of trail to drive up and down the waterfront. Quite extensive what it would mean for our clients, to be honest, when it comes to transportation within the community and getting out to do that, because there are wheelchair accessible bikes as well, where a wheelchair will go on the front of them and be safe and secure in there. So quite unique and quite interesting to me, actually. The hope is something like this could come to fruition, and you know, we have an opportunity to get a bike or two to be able to take part in that. Quite in the early stages yet. Ken brought it to me, and from my understanding is Ken's trying to get the funds through certain different programs that are out there, and I told Ken I'd be willing to help in any way with researching those programs or finding ways. We're a not-for-profit, so we don't have the money to just put towards that, so we would have to look at options too if it didn't come to there, other ways to fundraise for that. We serve about 140 clients between residential and day, so we have about around 100 come to our day program, and out of those I would think that, you know, 30 to 40% of our clients would be able to take advantage of that for sure, and no questions asked, maybe a little higher than that. Like I say, it's more than just age, it's about inclusion for everybody, so I think it's a wonderful idea.
It's Ken Trenholm, and I'm the spokesperson for a group in Summerside called Safe Summerside. I consider myself knowledgeable of cycling and active transportation and but I only discovered this program this year. It really blows my mind that such a program, it's in 52 countries. It seems so simple, and maybe that's why it's working so well. It's just, there's so many seniors who are in manors who, for whatever reason, it could be the family, some people have passed, or they're not having a connection, they've moved away. There's so many seniors who are isolated in manors, and they just don't get outside. They don't get to explore the community. And so this program it links volunteers who are trained, and they ride these specialized bicycles. These specialized bicycles are called tri-shas. They are expensive. But they can carry 2 people, and essentially they pick the residents up from a manor to go for a bicycle ride, and it's a weekly session, so they develop a relationship with one another, and it's just a great way to explore the community.
Mm-hmm. So how do you envision this working? Do you already have any partner organizations, any manors that are interested in having you and some volunteers come once this is up and running?
Yeah, we do, and that's as soon as I introduced the idea. There's Andrews of Summerside and of Park Hill. They were just so excited. They said, "Yeah, this is 100% what we want to do. This is wonderful. We're on board." And we talked to which is the provincial, which is Wedgwood and Somerset. They haven't been able to give a confirmation of yes or no, but I think it's only a matter of time. It's such an invigorating program. It really it's a quality of life program, and I think if we can bring a quality of life to people who deserve it, I think it's great. An opportunity to explore the world through bicycle and nature and the community. There's so much more you can get out of a community when you're exploring it slowly, right? Like if you're walking or cycling, you get to explore it and really be in touch with the community.
That is Ken Trenholm from Safe Summerside, and before that we heard from John Smallwood, Director of Community Connections in Summerside, both speaking there with the CBC's Victoria Walton.